My dear students, I welcome you all in the online class of EVS. Children, I hope you all have been to a fair. Just think about the experience of that fair. Sometimes they are quite large and you don't understand from where to start. But if you get the guide that has pictures on it as well as telling you the detail that where we are and where we need to go, then it will be easy for you to enjoy the fair. That guide is actually a map of that fair. Our lesson number 17, which we are going to study today, is all about that. Now, I request you all to open page number 121 of your EVS book and be ready to study our lesson, Our Surroundings. In this lesson, we are going to study about sketch, directions, maps, types of maps, directions on a map, sign, symbol and colors, as well as scale of a map. Directions are needed to locate new places. We give directions by telling people to move right, left, straight, or backwards. Children, the people who live near us are called neighbors, and the surrounding in which they live are called neighborhood. When we want to find somebody's house, we take the help of rough drawing of the way to reach to the place. When we have to find direction to distant places, map is the best way to reach to the particular place easily. Landmarks, sketch, directions, maps, symbol help us to locate a place. Landmarks are places that are easily recognizable and help us locate places in an area. Schools, hospitals, temples, gurudwaras, and parks are some landmarks. Sketch. A sketch is a rough drawing of a place. It is not exact drawing. It usually has symbols to represent important places. Directions. There are four fixed directions. They are north, south, east, and west. They are four main directions and are also known as the cardinal directions. The four sides of our body help us to understand directions. If we stand facing the rising sun in the morning, we are facing the east. Behind us is the west. The south is on our right hand and the north is on our left hand. Children, now we are going to study about what are maps and how they are useful to us. A map is a drawing of an area on a flat surface like paper. Maps show us how places are positioned in relation to each other. This helps us find places easily. A map can be of a small area such as neighborhood or a very large area like the whole world. Maps are used to locate places on the earth. A book of maps is called an atlas. A person who makes maps is called a cartographer. And the art of making maps is called cartography. Types of maps. Maps are usually of three types: political, physical, and thematic map. Political maps. Political maps show us different cities, states, and countries. Political maps show the legal boundaries between and within countries. Such a map of India will show our capital, the states, and union territories and their boundaries, and important towns and cities. It will also show the international boundaries India shares with her neighbors. Physical maps. Physical maps tell us about the physical features of a place, such as the landforms and water bodies. They include hills, valleys, plains, deserts, rivers, lakes, seas, and oceans. It is also called a relief map. Thematic map. Thematic map gives us information about a specific theme, such as the climate, rainfall, population. The four cardinal directions are used to find the position of places on a map. On a map, east is always on the right, west is on the left, north is at the top, and the south is at the bottom. Beside four cardinal directions, there are also four in between or intermediate directions. They are northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. These intermediate directions make it easier to find places between the major directions. Signs, symbols, and colors. Signs, symbols, and colors help us to read a map. Symbols are used on maps to show different places or features of a region. Symbols are small pictures that stand for different features on a map. They are often drawn to look like what they represent. For example, a triangular shape is often used to denote a mountain on maps. A key of a map tells us the meaning of the symbols used on a map. They are used to understand the symbols used on a map. Colors on a map. Colors are used to represent different kinds of landforms on a map. For example, blue color is used to represent water bodies like rivers, seas, and oceans. Green color is used to represent trees and forest. Brown color is used to represent mountains and hills. Yellow color is used for deserts. Scale of a map. A scale is an important part of the language of a map. It relates the distance between places on a map and the actual distance between places. For example, the distance between Delhi and Guwahati is 2000 kilometers. But on the map, the distance between two places is only 20 centimeter. That is, 1 centimeter is equals to 100 kilometer. That is known as the scale of a map. The scale is the ratio between the distance on the map and the distance on the ground. The scale of a map is usually given at its bottom right corner. Activity time. Children, you have to name and draw any 5 landmarks that you see on your way from home to school. Whenever you came to school, have you noticed any kind of landmark in between your home to school? Then you have to draw those 5 landmarks. As I told you in the beginning of this lesson, what are landmarks? Landmarks help us to locate a place easily. It can be a school, a hospital, a temple. So remember those things and draw a diagram in the rough copy. One more activity is there for you. You have to identify directions in which these are located on the map. First, Himalaya, and second, Bay of Bengal. You have to write the direction of these two things. That's all for today, children. Thank you. I hope you all have understood the lesson. Thank you, children.